In this first try it exercise, we're asked to simplify the square root of 48. I put in parentheses using the product rule. And remember, the product rule simply means that if you have a radical expression, if you have a radical, what's under the radical may be separated into its product. And we're going to be looking for, as usual with square roots, perfect squares. So with the square root of 48, we can rewrite that as the product of looking at square roots and perfect squares. We know this is 16 times 3, and 16 is a perfect square, so this equals 16 times 3. So the square root of 48 equals the square root of 16 times 3, and that equals, and you don't really need this step, but it helps you remember what we're doing for now. That equals the product of the radicals. And separate that into the square root of 16 times the square root of 3, and then that will simplify to the square root of 16 is 4, and we still have the square root of 3. So again, remember, with the product rule, that simply means that if we have a value that is a product, we can separate it into its factors underneath the radical, and then take the square root of each factor individually, or take the radical of each factor individually. In this case, the square root, showing that the square root of 48 equals 4 times the square root of 3.